Everyone held up a canvas to try to save the girl jumping from the building. Unexpectedly, a delivery man crawled under the canvas. He knew the canvas could not support her weight alone, so he lay flat on the ground to support it with his body. In the end, he successfully saved the girl. Everyone quickly took her to the hospital. No one noticed the delivery man was also seriously injured. A wealthy woman saw this and wanted to take him to the hospital, but he refused, saying he still had more deliveries. He stood up enduring the pain and went to finish his work. However, due to the delay, his delivery was 5 minutes late. The customer scolded him and gave him 100 bad reviews. On the verge of collapse, he thought of his son needing school fees and his bedridden father, so he chose to endure silently. Unknowingly, his actions had been seen by his father. It turned out his father had been pretending to be paralyzed all along, and his father was actually the chairman of the Marshall Group. He hid his identity so his son could experience the hardships of ordinary life. He hoped his son would be ready to take over the family's billion-dollar empire. At that moment, the man was still busy delivering food. His son called asking him to come home, but he replied that he was too busy with deliveries. He didn't know that his son was no ordinary child either. With one call, the boy summoned a group of assistants. The boy had a high IQ and held many secrets. He decided to find his long-lost mother and reveal his family's true identity to his father. The man returned home exhausted. His father pretended to be sick again. He introduced a beautiful girl for him to date, but the man only wanted to make more money for his family. In the end, he agreed to go on the date. His father even came along. To his surprise, his date was a wealthy woman. She immediately recognized him as the delivery man who saved a life yesterday. The boy suddenly called her mom. The man was confused. 8 years ago, he had met this woman while delivering food. They had a brief relationship. 2 years later, he returned to the same hotel. He found a young boy on the bed with a note saying, "This is your biological son." Recalling this, he told the woman he had an 8-year-old son and a paralyzed father. She was even more attracted to him after hearing his story. She did not know he was the same delivery man from 8 years ago. Without hesitation, she agreed to marry him. Just then, a wealthy man who liked her barged in. He heard she wanted to marry the delivery man and mocked him. He especially laughed at him for having a paralyzed father. He even tried to pull her to his side. She broke free and said she wanted no part in his life. The scene angered the boy and the man's father. They immediately called their bodyguards to take action. Just as the conflict was about to erupt, the man's phone suddenly rang with an unexpected call.